However, when the professor asked for the surgical records, he realized that Thomas, being self-taught, had no idea he was supposed to use the recorder. This meant an entire day's work was wasted, and all the data had to be redone. The professor flew into a rage, yelling at Thomas, "Are you deaf or stupid?" The professor's harsh words instantly dimmed the light in Thomas's eyes. He had thought the professor was the guiding light of his life, but now he realized that the appreciation might have been merely superficial. Disappointed and angry, Thomas walked away from the place he had once dreamed of. But after Thomas left, the professor discovered a notebook left on the table, Thomas's detailed records of the surgery. The notes were meticulous and comprehensive, even surpassing what the instrument could capture. Seeing this, the professor realized he had misjudged Thomas. He immediately rushed out, apologized sincerely, and begged Thomas to stay, promising it would never happen again. This deeply moved Thomas. In the 1930s, black people were treated as inferior, even expected to step aside for white people on the streets. Yet here was a white professor willing to humble himself and apologize. His dignity acknowledged, Thomas ultimately chose to forgive. From that day on, the partnership of the scalpel and the clamp was officially formed. The professor was as sharp as a blade, while Thomas was as delicate as a clamp. For 12 years, they worked together in perfect harmony, eventually making a breakthrough in traumatic shock treatment. They applied this technology in field hospitals, saving countless soldiers' lives. A general from the front lines specially returned from the North African battlefield to express his gratitude to Professor Blaylock and appointed him as the head of the surgery department at Hopkins Medical School. However, at the celebratory banquet, the professor took all the credit without mentioning Thomas's contributions, even having him serve tea and water during the dinner. Though disheartened, Thomas chose to stay. For him, knowledge and research mattered more than fame and recognition. Soon after, they moved to Hopkins Medical School in Detroit, the medical sanctuary Thomas had dreamed of since childhood. The grand hallways were adorned with portraits of medical pioneers. The professor confidently said that one day, his portrait would hang among them. Thomas secretly harbored the same hope. But reality struck when security demanded Thomas use the back entrance. Even the professor's authority as department head couldn't change this. It was a rule the school had followed since its founding a century ago. Helpless, Thomas silently took the detour. The statue of Jesus symbolizing equality behind him seemed to lose its glow. When he put on his white coat, he faced skepticism from his own community and strange looks from white colleagues. In the lab, a white doctor even mistook him for a handyman, arrogantly ordering him to buy bread and coffee.